Good evening, welcome back. Happy Friday. The outside of the drum is all ready for paint, and I couldn't have got it done soon enough because I did get my part kit in. But real quick, you guys and girls obviously saw what I did with this. Kind of just burned it out, ground down the lid, sanded on the outside, and then I rubbed this whole thing down with some denatured alcohol. I'll probably rub it down before I paint it again. But just real quick, I did go ahead and I painted a bottom. Not sure if you can see that. You're never going to see the bottom when you're cooking on this, but this will rust. So I did put a coat of paint on the bottom. And I pre-drilled all those holes on Sunday, and I kind of got to a standstill of drilling until I got my parts in. And wouldn't you know it, I got my parts in yesterday. I had some things to do. I wasn't able to get out here and work on this, but today we can. So let's just real quick go over what I got in the parts kit. So here's the parts kit. I got this from udsparts.com. This kit, I believe, ran me about 288 bucks. And then I did go ahead and get these brackets here. The Crocs, if you're wondering, were not included in the kit. If you want those, for any of you Crockers out there, you know where to get them. But they're just a comfy all-around shoe. And you know what? If you really got to get some business done, you can always just pop it off, put on your go strap, and now you're really good to go. But enough about the Crocs. Back to the UDS. I got these brackets here. They kind of go on the bottom of they go on the bottom of the barrel. I'm going to go over pretty much how I install all this. But 4 casters, 4 brackets. We got the chimney stack. This will thread right into the bunghole. We got our 2 exhaust ports. There were 2 random bolts and nuts in this kit, which I did happen to find. They are right here. It's a bolt and a nylon nut. And they go to these little flappers for the tops of the chimney. But we got our 2 stacks there. We got our nice 22-inch lava lock charcoal grate. I mean, this thing is heavy duty. I don't know if you can see it. Yeah, there you go. This thing is really heavy, really nice. You could dang near use this like a shield if you wanted to, but it's got a bunch of holes in it, so I wouldn't recommend using it for a shield. We got our nice lava lock charcoal basket again, very high quality here. I'm pretty excited about it. And then we got our gasket here. I think I'm going to end up using the gasket. Got our nut and bolt kit. And then we got the handle. Some high temp sealant. We got this temp gauge. Pretty cool looking temp gauge. I don't think I'm going to use it. And what am I missing here? Oh, and we got the I'll just show you. We got the lid catch right here too. So, now besides that, I think I'm going to start out by marking the holes for these exhaust ports. And I'll take you along and show you how I do that. So first things first, we got our first exhaust port. Obviously, the hole here is going to line up with the hole here. I am going to use a saw hole bit, just to kind of, the hole saw bit, sorry. But I'm going to put that inside of here, just to kind of line it up. But real quick, I'm going to bring you in and show you one issue I'm going to run into right off the bat. This is why maybe you'll wait until you get your parts. I'll be able to make it work. But the way this butts up here, I don't know if you can see that, but it's meant to be on a flat drum. This obviously is not a flat drum. So I think what I'm going to do to fix this is I'm just going to take a crescent wrench and I'm going to bend this tab up a little bit, kind of out like that. And then that'll kind of follow the curve of that. And I think that's what I'll do. So I'm going to go ahead and bend this, and then I'll stick the hole saw bit where I want it, and then I'll pick back up. Okay, got it bent. You can kind of see right there what it's going to look like. Not how it's intended, but sometimes when you get a little excited and you pre-drill your barrel out before you get your parts, you run into issues like this. So let's go ahead and see how it butts up against there. And that'll kind of give me a good spot for it. And then we're going to butt this right up against here. And to check levelness, I got a magnetic level here. I'm just going to go ahead and get this pretty level. Right there, should be good. You can kind of see it fits, pretty darn good now. So I'm going to go ahead and do is, hit that back level. Go hole in the barrel. Right there. And I'm going to take my 1/4-inch drill bit, drill a hole, and I'm going to get this bolt started. And then I'm going to show you how I'm going to drill. I want to mark the other holes and drill the other holes, so just stay tuned. I'm going to go ahead and mark the 4 holes here. And the reason I'm doing it this way is just because this is how I saw Chef Johnny do it, and you know what? It seems really, really easy because I do have a couple other hole saw bits that are the same size. So if I dull them out a little bit, it's fine, and I don't really ever use hole saw bits that much. Now that these are all marked, I'm just going to make sure my bolts go in. One, there's 2, 3, and 4. They all go in. One thing I am doing here is that there is a left and a right on this, obviously, and they could be slightly different. Well, I took my Sharpie and I labeled this one right. And I'll make sure that if I do paint over that, which I probably will because I'm going to paint this whole thing, I will put like a little scratch on here so I know this one stays on the right side. So I'm going to go ahead and repeat the process and drill the holes for the other exhaust. I did paint the bottom, so I'm going to just kind of sort of be careful with it. Not that I really care what the bottom looks like, I don't know, I'm kind of OCD about some things. Not everything, but certain things. But again, I'm going to grab the chimney stack that is not labeled right. Okay, first thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to take the 1.5 inch hole saw bit and put her in the hole. And anything's a hammer if you try hard enough. Kind of just give it a couple taps. Like that. And then we're going to stick it in there. And we're going to see that it does not line up because of the ridge right here. So again, I'll take a handy dandy crescent wrench, just do a little bending. That'll be good. On my level, on my magnetic level, this is level-ish, it probably isn't exactly level. Make a mark. One's in, I'm just going to slide a bolt in. And that'll minimize the movement. Alright, and now my chimney stacks holes, my exhaust port holes are all drilled. I think the next thing we're going to do is drill some more holes, but I don't know what yet. So when I start drilling, I will pick back up. All right, we're back. Next step would be to put these wheel casters on right here, or I don't know what you want to call them. They're custom welded brackets to attach the wheels to it. And basically, it kind of just, this part sits on the barrel, and then you can, and then it sits right up against that lip. These come flat, so you can see there's a gap there and a gap there. So in order to get those kind of to the contour of this right here, I'm just going to take 2 crescent wrenches and kind of give them a little bend. Kind of just going to take the crescent wrenches like this and give them a little bend. Just because if you look at this thing right here, it's got these two little cutouts right here, and that's probably to bend it nice and easy. So now you can see I kind of sort of bent it back. If you look at it from this angle right here, you can kind of see that it's matching what that cut is at. Now when I put it on there, you can kind of see that it sits up against there nice and flush. Again, I'm just using my good eye here. Let me do that again. Just using my good eye, make an imaginary line and marking 3 holes. No measuring here, just eyeballing it. That should be, I'm thinking that might be all the holes for this barrel. So now besides that, I think I got some filing to do on this barrel, And I think it's time to drill the lid out. So let's, I'm trying to think, besides the lid, I think that might be it. So let's just go ahead and get this lid drilled out, and I think we might be done drilling altogether. So I'm gonna put the lid on and I'll pick back up when we're drilling into it. Okay, so let's go ahead and mark this lid. Here is the base of the handle, and I don't really have a template or anything to do this. I'm just gonna kind of sort of wing it. I do know that the lid is about 23.5-ish inches in diameter. So what I'm gonna go ahead and do is 23.5. Half of 23.5 would be, oh boy, with that 11 3/4, I think. I'm gonna make a mark at 11 3/4. Math is not my strong suit. I am a woodworker, or I was a woodworker, and I can read a tape measure, so I know that this many tick marks is 3/4. I'm gonna make a line, and I'm also gonna come this way and make a line at 11 3/4. I'm kind of gonna make an X for a center point. It's about right here. So that is about the center of the lid. You know, it kind of looks centerish here. So I think I could just, if I maybe just extended this line a little more, like that, I could just kind of sort of eyeball it to the center. And I'd probably be kind of sort of close if I measure from the inside lid to the inside of the handle. I'm about 10 1/4. So I measure from this one. I'm about 10 3/8. Could just bump it a little this way. That's probably pretty freaking close. Try it again. We're at 10 1/4. Do this without moving it. 10 3/8. See, I'm just a little bit. I won't say what we call that measurement in the field, but we'll just go ahead and measure from this lip now. At about 8 1/8. Let's do the same here. Boy, that's 8 1/16. If anything, I think I can go just a little bit that way. And again, if you're as confused as I am right now, that is fine. It's about 8:30 at night, and I can tell you, I'm not. I want to cook on this thing so bad. We got 8. I'm just gonna go back a little more the other way. Too much. Bring it back. That's probably good. One more time. Check it. 8 1/16. Well, we might have enough. 8 and call it a 32nd. That's close enough. Check this one more time. 10 3/8. Check this. 10 3/8. So I'm just gonna go ahead and go for this. I'm just gonna make 4 holes. 2, 3, 4. All 4 of my holes. I'm gonna get my 1/4-inch drill bit. And as the kids say these days, we're just gonna go ahead and send it. Let's just see if we're gonna be good, or we're gonna do a little bit of wallowing out. I think I should be pretty damn close, to be honest with you. 1, 2, 3, and 4. No drilling needed. That's about perfect. Oh yeah, that feels right. So that should be good for the handle. So now, if I'm not mistaken, I might just have like 2 more holes to drill here. And that is going to be for the lid catch. That's the lid catch. The idea behind this is this goes underneath the lid. Kind of, sort of, well, it would be, I think, I'm going to lift this up and go like that. I want that lid catch somewhere like right here. That's what we're going to do. Should just essentially hang like that. Pretty. That's nice. I do have them bolts there. That is going to push that. Yeah, that'd be perfect. So I did buy these 2 bolts, stainless steel bolts right here. And then I bought some rubber bumpers and I drilled some holes. So these are actually going to stick out the back with the rubber bumpers on it. And then the lid is going to sit on the rubber bumpers so like the creosote and stuff doesn't get the outside of the barrel dirty. So yeah, I think besides that, I got to do some filing, and I honestly think that this thing is ready for some paint. So when I start painting it, I will pick back up. So we will see you then.